Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off our journey into the fascinating world of political theory. An introduction. Today, we'll explore the fundamental ideas and concepts that shape political thought. We'll look at its history, key figures, and core theories. So, let's get started and dive into this engaging topic. Now, let's take a closer look at what we study in political theory. First, we ask ourselves, what is politics? Politics is essentially the process through which societies make decisions, govern, and allocate power. It's the foundation that shapes how communities function and interact. Moving on, we explore what we study in political theory. This includes understanding political ideas, ideologies, and principles that influence how governments operate and how citizens engage with politics. It's about examining the core concepts behind political systems and the reasoning behind different governance models. Next, we consider why studying political theory is important. By understanding these ideas, we can critically analyze current political practices and structures. It helps us become informed citizens and enables us to participate meaningfully in democracy. Finally, we look at how political theory is put into practice. This means applying the ideas and principles we learn to real-world political issues, policies, and debates. It bridges the gap between abstract ideas and tangible actions, helping us shape better governance and society. All of these points are interconnected and form the foundation of our overall understanding of politics and power. They remind us why studying political theory is not just an academic exercise, but a vital part of engaging with the world around us. When we talk about politics, we're really referring to the most important activity that organizes life in any society. It's the academic study of government and the state, which means we're analyzing how governments function and how they shape our communities. Politics involves activities related to governing a country or a specific area, and a key part of this is the debate between different parties that hold power. These debates are fundamental because they influence decision-making and policy directions. Politics also includes a set of ideas or principles. These are the political beliefs that individuals or groups hold, which guide their actions and opinions. These principles often relate to concepts of power and status, highlighting how influence is distributed and maintained within society. On a more personal level, politics can involve activities aimed at improving one's own status or gaining more power within an organization or community. So, whether it's in government or smaller groups, politics is about navigating power and influence. Overall, understanding politics helps us see how decisions are made and how different interests are balanced, which ties directly into our broader theme of understanding how organized societies function and evolve. Let's take a closer look at what we study in political theory, starting with social and political life. This area explores how societies function, the relationships between individuals and the state, and the structures that govern our daily lives. It also covers threats and dangers that can impact stability, such as conflicts or injustices, as well as precautions we can take to address these issues. We dive into both history and current events to understand how political systems have evolved and how they continue to shape our world today. Ethics is another key area, where we consider what is right and wrong in political actions and decisions. Laws, justice, civil rights, and government form the foundation of a well-functioning society. We examine how legal frameworks protect individuals' rights and ensure fairness. Then, we explore issues of philosophy, big questions about power, authority, and justice that underpin political thought. Finally, we look at significant events and ideas that have influenced political development over time. All these components help us grasp the complex, interconnected nature of political life, which is essential for understanding how societies are organized and how they can be improved. Now, let's explore the idea of everybody under one roof. What this really means is that, in practice, we often try to bring different principles and perspectives together within a shared framework. But as we'll see, no single principle is universally applicable in every situation. Each context requires careful consideration. Moving on, the next point emphasizes that the relationship between ourselves and others has multiple layers. It's not just a simple matter of right or wrong, but involves understanding different levels of interaction, responsibility, and fairness. Recognizing these layers helps us navigate complex social and political issues more thoughtfully. Then, there's the concept of a single agency responsible for the provision of justice. This underscores the importance of having a centralized authority or system to ensure fairness, consistency, and accountability in justice delivery, which is fundamental for maintaining social order. Finally, we need to consider the distinction between equality of opportunity and special treatment. For example, think about a queue in a shop. Everyone should ideally have an equal chance. But when we talk about disabled people, sometimes special arrangements are made to ensure they can access services fairly. This highlights the nuanced balance between treating everyone equally and providing necessary accommodations. All these points tie back to our broader theme, putting political theory into practice. It's about translating abstract principles into real-world actions, understanding their complexities, and applying them thoughtfully to promote justice and fairness in society. Political theory is really the study of the concepts and principles that people use to describe, explain, and evaluate political events and institutions. It helps us understand the ideas behind how governments work and why they function the way they do. When we talk about political theory, we're looking at the foundational ideas that shape political life, like justice, power, authority, and liberty. These concepts are crucial because they guide the way we interpret political actions and policies. By analyzing these principles, political theory gives us a framework to assess what is fair or just in politics. Overall, it connects to the broader theme of understanding power structures and governance, helping us see beyond surface-level events to the ideas driving political change. Political theory really matters for everyone, no matter what profession or group you're part of. It helps us understand what it means to be a responsible citizen, giving us a basic grasp of political ideas and how institutions work. But it's not just about knowing facts. It's also about reflecting on our own ideas, feelings, and actions in everyday life. It encourages us to be more thoughtful and aware of the choices we make. And on a deeper level, studying political theory pushes us to think systematically about our opinions and arguments. It's about developing a clearer, more structured way of understanding the world around us. So, ultimately, learning political theory isn't just academic. It's a practical tool that helps us engage more thoughtfully with society and contribute meaningfully to our communities.